Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting discussion today. There's little G. Another Minecraft discussion on all things well-being. Remember that Minecraft is about becoming the boss of your brain, the boss of your thoughts, taking charge of the cabeza so that you can live your best life. Awesome. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and it is my pleasure to be here on, I'm going to call this the Inspirational Bridge. I think we almost did that a few episodes ago, but I'm declaring it now. And of course, inspiration comes out of inspire, right? Inspire, in spirit, that divine connection within all of us. Okay, so today I want to ask you, well, actually, I'll explain. In my Minecraft class, when they write in their gratitude journals every single day, occasionally, it's more than occasionally, it's like not every week, but every other week, kind of, sort of, I'll do a prompt that's just like a self-reflection, something that's just short and that just comes from here. They don't have to research or anything. It's just straight from the heart and the head and the heart, in that order. And yeah, and so one of them, and which they get really into, is if your life were a book, what would be the title and why? And of course, sharing's optional, but I would say 99% of them over the years share because they're so excited to. Or sometimes they share parts of it because sometimes they write way more than a few sentences. It's because they want to, which is extremely cool, right? So yeah, I want you to think about it. If my life were a book, what would be the title and why? And this can be super empowering, healing, can bring tons of self-awareness. And if that feels like it's a little windy today, which is not great for filming, but better for the bugs. Hopefully you can hear me. If that seems like a lot for you all at once, you can also do a chapter. You can even start with now, because now's probably easier than, chapters before this. And then you can, write it in a journal or something. But like for me, my right now chapter would be on the rise. And that's just because I feel so much in the flow zone. Oh, that wind feels so good. I feel so much in the flow zone with just living my best life and living the highest vibe. Obviously, I'm not done yet. None of us are. I'm just enjoying the journey, the path. And yeah, it's just so great. And because it's really important too, as far as your life's chapter, which brings me to the next thing, or life's book, sorry, title of your book, is to really know what your theme is, because all of us, nearly 8 billion unique snowflakes, we have a purpose for being here, and it's like an archaeological dig to figure that out, because it's already there. You just have to uncover it, like with a shovel and dirt. Like it's totally there, because your authentic self has always been and always will be there. So when you reside in your frame, which we've talked about, swimming in authenticity, doing the backstroke in it, whatever, you'll figure it out. So who was I inspired by today? Jim Carrey. Oh my God, guy's amazing. And he talked about how all of this life is for us, right? Your book is for you. And sometimes people think life is happening to them, and they got it backwards. Life is happening for you and me, even the bad stuff, to grow and learn. It all kind of unfolds as it's supposed to. There are no failures, there are no mistakes, right? We talked about that. Just people producing results. Producing results and hopefully learning from them. And I also say this to my students too, actually in a different class than Minecraft, is what do you stand for? What is your theme? Closely related to the book thing. But Jim Carrey was saying how he knew at a young age that his purpose or his mission, I think he said purpose, anyway, was to free people from concern. Like he said, he knew that as a little guy. And then he gives some examples with his mom and stuff, and then he talks about how that's like a reflection of what he read as a young guy too, about from Buddha, that the whole purpose of spirituality, the entire purpose, no matter, pick a country, pick a religion, pick a culture, just pick any of it, and the whole purpose is to relieve suffering, alleviate suffering in others. Like that's the whole plan. Pick any major religion across the world, and just the spirituality part of it, is the whole point. So his theme was to alleviate concern. And as I've mentioned before, my main theme, and it comes out in different ways, I was definitely put on this earth to be an educator. I know that for sure, as I breathe oxygen and eat bugs on occasion. Little woods humor there. Protein, right? I know for a fact that it's my mission on this earth to channel value, to help people see their own value. Obviously, that's not coming from me. It's coming from, that divine connection that just links us all together. Like a chain, or like everything we do, like dominoes. We're all part of that big universal connection. I'm just like channeling value for people. And obviously, a lot of that, I can see that from my, as you know, my backstory, because I very much know what it's like to not feel valuable, worthy, lovable, all of it. And I know what it's like to actually have hateful acts come my way from, family members and things, and that just reinforced it. Like, I know all that. And I'm also free of it now, very, very much free of it. And I've released them and forgiven and done all that stuff. And it's just now I just know that my main thing here is to mirror people's value, and that comes out in workshops, that comes out in my classroom, that comes out, as a parent, as a friend, as a partner, just all of it. That's just part of my shtick, is to help people see their value, and goes together, and to spread positivity wherever I go as much as possible. Not in a preachy way. No one likes those people. Just by being by being you. You just be you, because if you're truly being you, you're gonna spread all that authenticity without even trying, and that's what it's like. I also love humor. And humor is just a great thing. Oh, I'm also thinking of Will Smith just came in my head this minute. I'm not talking about mistakes, because good people make mistakes. I'm not even going to comment on that. Where I was going was something he said in a motivational video he did years ago that just came in my head, which is basic, and I live by this too, is I want the world to be a better place, even if it's just like this much, because I was here. I live by that too. I want the world to be a better place because I was here, even if it's like touching one life, it's worth the ride, right? So that is it. If your life were a book, what would the title be and why, right? And then if you want to say your chapter, that can work too, little bites. Right now I definitely will be on the rise. I have so much music left in me, to play. So before I go to my great reward, as my wonderful grandmother would say, gosh, she was my everything as a kid. Before I go to my great reward, I got a lot of music in me. I got a lot of notes to play, and you want to play all your music. And for me, Oprah actually says this too, and I did not, she's my dear friend. I did not even plan to say this, but she talks about that too. For herself, she is not done until that last note is sung. As long as she's got music in her, she's still kicking, and I feel the same way. Awesome. Okay. If your life were a book, what would the title be and why? This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful, windy, northern Vermont, with a little G in the woods. Have a mindful day.